Hi, folks. This is Chad Innes from Respawn Aim Fire. What you're about to hear is not indicative of our normal quality. The first 15 minutes of this episode was lost. The audio was lost on Adam's end. So what you will be hearing is the Twitch stream audio before his PC freezes, and we get into a very fun conversation about cat food. So enjoy the rest of the episode. Just know about 15 minutes in, the audio will step up in quality just a bit. Enjoy.
Oh, let me click on over here. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Respawn Aim Fire, the Kick-Ass Irreverent Gaming Podcast from RAF Idiots. I'm one of your hosts, Adam. Super cool. The coolest kid in the playground, in the sandbox. Gumbert.
Ooh, I don't know. Today, you didn't sound so certain about that when you said it out loud.
I mean, cool kids don't have to say they're cool, so it's really weird for me to do it. Today we have with us Chad. Hit him with a scream, Michael Ennis.
Wow!
And Alex, he loves soup, Cozina.
Well, yeah, not just any kind of soup. We're talking about chili flavored. No, wait, hold on. Wrong way around. Chicken flavored chili.
Oh, nice. Hey, I'm not even done my first Mountain Dew, but I'm going to crack a second just so that I can do that during your
Did I wait for Alex to speak to crack that Mountain Dew? Absolutely. You can catch us live on twitch.tv/AffleVideo Sunday evenings at 8:30. YouTube podcast services Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We've got a big one, that's what she said, upcoming on today's show. Maybe Chad will finally play this video game.
Oh, which one is it?
You'll never know. The future of Fallout. Well, we will know shortly. Future of Fallout. And we can finally play Legacy of Kain, the game you guys voted for us to play, which we were literally unable to do so.
Yep.
Maybe there's some news about that. But first, fucking Game Awards from Ryan Disdale at IGN.com. Jeff Keighley is he's such a dirty mouth boy. Jeff Keighley has announced every nominee for the Game Awards 2022 with God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok. Oh, don't you know?
Beautiful audience.
Go ahead and get in the white car, everybody. Don't you know? And Elden Ring leading the way with 10 and 7 nominations, respectively. So, hey, Chad, hit me with a song real quick.
Break my heart, say you love me again.
That was really good. I appreciate that. So, segment from Adam this week. Last week, I was like, hey, guys, what is your guess for Game Awards for Game of the Year, the big billing, the main event?
I completely forgot what my 6 were. I don't even remember them.
As soon as I said it, as soon as the words left my mouth, I was like, I was this close to putting Plague Tale on there. This fucking close.
This close. We'll get there. So, everyone knows, at the Jeff Keighley Game Awards show on December 9th, I think 9th or 8th, whatever, someday like that. The 6 nominees for overall Game of the Year, Good Looking Chili. Are you good, Chad? Just the chili that's...
Just watching his chicken-flavored chili as he brings it up and stares into the camera.
It's good times. It's good times. So, overall Game of the Year, which is, again, the main event, the big one, Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I want to see how well we did in our guesses for what we did. So, number 1, Plague Tale Requiem. I'm looking at this list. Nobody had it on their list. I'm actually shocked personally.
Wow.
I was this freaking close.
You were close to getting it. So that's a big 0 for everybody. You guys keep tally of your own scores. Elden Ring. I believe we all had Elden Ring on our list. So that goes for everybody. God of War Ragnarok. Also all had that. So everyone's got 2 points right now. Horizon Forbidden West. I'm looking on this list. I only see me and Chad both had Horizon 2 on our list, which means we have 3 points. Sorry, Soup Man, you only got 2.
I mean, I think I got a little bit clever there. I think I was like, nah, I feel like there's already enough competition in the super hyper, AAA space with God of War Ragnarok and Elden Ring. I probably, in retrospect, I probably should have hedged my bets and went with Horizon.
It's all good. Maybe you made another call that actually saved you. Stray, which nobody said except for Alex.
The fuck?
Alex, it's Stray. I'm with you, Chad.
The world agreed that game's a 7, and then the world also agreed as possibly game of the year. What?
So, for those of you who might not remember, I was probably the most positive person on this podcast with regards to our overall impressions of Stray. I still don't think that Stray is an amazing game, but in thinking about what I wanted my predictions to be for this list, Stray just stood out to me as one of those games that had that it factor to it. That game that, like, I feel like a lot of people who normally just don't connect with a lot of other games will connect with. And so I figured it had a shot. And I was right.
You're right. That gets you up to 3. Everyone's tied at 3. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. No one had it. So we all tied.
Amazing.
I was shocked that they put it on there because I was like, clearly I knew this was one of the better reviewed games of the year. I was like, are there enough RPG nerds out there to get it a nomination? And apparently there were. I was very shocked by that. Again, I think people say it's a great game. I just didn't think there were enough of those people. But,
it's just one of those that will always fly under the radar for me. I will never consider Xenoblade Chronicles because I will never remember it exists because it is just straight up not my game.
Yeah, it's obviously other JRPGs have appeared before on the kind of Game of the Year shortlist. You've had games like Persona 5, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, but Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is like a capital J JRPG. It is so much more anime and, like, for a lack of a better term, like lowbrow appearing, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's maybe kind of slightly condescending or insulting, but like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 does not seem at a glance like it is in the same league as the likes of Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Persona. And so the fact that it managed to get on this list is, I think, an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about this list overall, the top 6? I mean, we kind of talked about it. Stray, I get that people liked it. I think that game's fine. There's interesting, like, meta story stuff. I don't think it's that great. Plague Tale is cool. Shocked it got on here. But, I mean, when you look after you get the top 2, I guess it kind of is everybody's game at that point.
Why is it in a different container?
Why is there so much soup? You guys got to watch the video for this. Why is there so much soup?
Much like Pokemon, it evolved.
Insane. But yeah, how do you guys feel about this list? I mean, outside of Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon made sense to me. The other ones, there was a toss-up.
I mean, here's the truth of it. It doesn't matter what's on this list because we all know it's going to be a decision between Elden Ring and God of War. Like, that's what the real category is about. Everything else here is just a nod to be like, you were a good game this year. I'm surprised, as I mentioned, by Stray being on there. Even though I was this close to picking it, I am a little surprised at Plague Tale. Can you remind us what games we guessed that didn't end up getting nominated?
Oh, I literally just deleted our list. But I think there was Sifu was on there. I think multiple of us had Sifu. Yeah. Kirby in the Forgotten Land was a guess.
See, Sifu should have gone where Stray went. It was the same kind of level. It was like a high-level indie game that people really enjoyed versus Stray that people were like, this is a good, cute game. But it also had like that it factor. It had the, like, you age, you have to do it all in one go. Like, that's the game that I feel like should have gone in Stray's spot. Even though I literally spent 0 minutes with it.
For me, the Stray game should have been Tunic in my particular case. Like,
I've talked
Tunic. Many times in the past on this podcast about how much I love that game and still do love that game. And yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the similarities between Elden Ring and Tunic actually cost Tunic its spot on this list. Not that Tunic is like a super like deep Soulsborne game, but the similarities are like pretty undeniable. And I wonder if that was a factor.
Chad also guessed Mario Rabbids. Was that anywhere on the... I mean, how about this? We're going to talk about the rest of those nominations in a second. I don't remember seeing that one on there, though. That I remember. So, that's our feelings on this one. But, hey, guess what?
What?
We've got another segment from Adam inside of a segment from Adam.
Oh, my God. Here, I'll just do the theme song from Inception. There
we go. So, we did our things last week. We tied. That's cool. There's no ties now because we are doing our annual. Guess what's going to happen at the Jeff Keighley Awards 2022. I had to look down at the calendar.
Baby.
So, so the way we're doing this, instead of going through every single category, because then there's like 29 categories. It's a lot. We're going to each have 4 picks based on a subset of categories, and everyone gets their own and whatever. I'll explain when we get there.
Okay.
But the winner, best score this year, gets to add a year to their life.
Oh shit!
So whoever wins, you got a year to life. But the losers have to give up 6 months of peace.
What?
I'm sorry. It's part of the contract you signed.
Between what countries?
See, that's what I heard too, Alex. Is 6 months of peace. Like we have to go to war for 6 months, or you have to have like a crying baby in your ear for 6 months.
No, you die 6 months earlier, but someone else gets to live a year longer. That's what I mean.
6 months a piece.
All right.
Like we each have to
Because
give
there's
up
3
6 months.
people, one person lives a year longer.
Okay.
The 2 other people have to give up 6 months. So
Is the quality of
first-
the 6 months considered?
doesn't matter.
Do I have to, if I win, do I have to eat soup for 6 months and then drink Code Red for 6 months? Like, do I have to embody both of you for that year? And can I space it out? Can I do it one day for, 6, however
No,
many
it's
times?
your last year of life. So when you're 78 years old, you have to drink Code Red for 6 months, and then you die.
And people are going to, and then it turns out that I'm not going to die because that's like the secret combination to eternal life.
Everlasting life. Okay, so do you guys, question, you can click on that link that's in the thing. Do you guys have the list pulled up of
You're talking about
Game
the
of the Year
fucking
stuff?
Game Awards link?
The Game Award? Yeah.
Okay.
the link.
Yeah, I have it.
I'm pulling it up
So
now.
with our first guesses, we're going to do a best of award. And what I mean by that is the categories that are best game direction, best narrative, best score, best da-da-da-da. That, you know what I'm saying? That subset of categories. Be thinking of one. I'm going to pick, shit. I don't want to screw myself over. And it's specifically those ones, not the subcategories, not like best action. No, the actual, like the best of this kind of thing. I'm going to just pick first on this round. I'm going to pick the best narrative, and I'm going to guess God of War Ragnarok. So you guys have a look over your list and tell me out of those categories, Chad, you'd be up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a. Sorry, what are the categories we're choosing from again?
So like best game direction, best art direction, best score, best audio, best performance, the stuff, that stuff.
Okay, everything above Games for Impact.
Yeah, I would say everything above best mobile game.
Okay. So that includes indie game, debut indie game. Okay.
you want to.
And we pick one from that, right? Or we're picking our four from above those.
You pick one. No, you pick one and you guess it.
Okay.
So we're covering more of the Game Awards.
I got it now. I'm gonna guess that best game direction goes to God of War Ragnarok as well.
All right, direction.
Y'all love God of War Ragnarok.
And again, this is all based on what I think people at the Game Awards are going to vote for. I'm not saying that this is what I believe. I'm trying to win a year of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to give up 6 months of Mountain Dew.
Absolutely. Alex, what do you believe?
I believe that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will win Best Audio Design.
Audio design for Call of Duty. Those chunky guns.
Chunk guns.
I mean, they have won that category many times in the past. I feel like people will hone in on that again.
Absolutely. So next up, we're going to do Best of Genre Award.
Okay.
So this is, best mobile game, best action game, best RPG, best fighting, the genres.
Right.
Picked. Chad, you go first this time because we're rotating. So do you have any idea what you want to say?
Okay. I'm going to shit. I'm not going to shit. I was just okay. This is where it gets its due.
Okay.
Best sim/strategy game is going to Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Oh.
It's up against, for anyone who's curious who's listening, it's up against Dune, Spice Wars, Total War Warhammer, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3.
Okay. Alex, you're up.
I think that Sifu will win Best Fighting Game, and a lot of people will be pissed.
Yes,
Ooh.
I agree with that pick. It's also weird because it's not technically a fighting game, but I do believe it will also win best fighting game. All right, best fighting game for Sifu. What am I gonna go for? I want to do simple. Best mobile game, Marvel Snap. What's up?
I want an entire Twitch stream of watching Alex eat soup.
That's
all I
for an
want.
hour. Hey, guess what? Guess what? That's this show, Chad. That's this show. Yeah, I'm going best mobile game, Marvel Snap. Oh no, my computer.
Oh no.
All right, everyone. Adam has...
Wow. You could not have timed that better. Wow.
Adam just screams, "Oh no, my computer froze!" And then he's I'm guessing coming back.
I know that you probably won't have time to do this, but if you could go in and edit it so that Adam isn't saying anything throughout this next part of the podcast, that would be great.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cut that out. So it's just us. It's just us listening to him. Oh man. The best thing is though that Adam has not only decided what this segment is and what each of the categories is, and not told us ahead of time, so we can't even like pick things while he's gone. But he's also like leading the rest of the episode, so I haven't even looked at shit.
Oh man. I'm trying to I've been maintaining a list of the remaining games that I want to get around to before the end of the year so that I can, talk about them on our upcoming Game of the Year discussion podcasts. Man, I don't know how I'm going to get around to some of this stuff because I want to take down the Callisto Protocol and Final Fantasy VII Reunion in December. I also want to check out Sifu. I want to check out Cult of the Lamb. I want to check out Kirby. I want to give Elden Ring a shot because, it's winning all them awards. I want to give A Plague Tale a shot. I want to give Pentiment a shot because everyone's raving about that one.
Fucking Pentiment, that's right.
I have to do Sonic Frontiers because I agreed to that via our poll. I got to check out Vampire Survivors a little bit. This is... there's no way I'm going to do all this stuff, but I will make a valiant effort to do so.
Can you, thank God... games like Forspoken and Hogwarts Legacy, like all those games that were supposed to come out this fall that got pushed, thank God they got pushed because I'm already feeling very overwhelmed.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Oh dear. I think you might need to change the layout real quick.
Yep. I went to a 2-person layout, but of course it's not set up for that. Dodge ram it. Hey, we're gonna go to a hold slide. We'll be right back, folks.
Oh dear. I'm guessing they can't hear us right now?
Correct.
All right. Not a problem. Huh. You really liked the soup, didn't you?
I liked watching you eat the soup. I bet it was good. I bet it tasted delicious.
It was pretty good. It actually, so I have something to confess. I was under the impression that it was chicken flavored chili. It actually was, it was almost like, how to put this? Like it was like a chicken taco flavored soup more than it was chili.
Oh.
Like it had because I was looking inside into the soup before me and I saw, okay, you have bits of chicken, you have corn, you have beans. Oh, this is like a chili. It's actually like way more waterier.
Yeah, it did not look like a
how do you
chunky
even do that
chili.
word? Yeah.
Waterier.
If that is a real word, it's a real awkward word.
I might leave this discussion.
It was not a chili. I hope you do. I hope you do.
The on-demand might include this discussion over top of just a hold slide.
But yeah, it was like a chicken taco flavored soup, not a chili, as I said at the front of the podcast.
How are your thoughts on actual chicken tacos?
It's been a while since I've had them. I'm fine with most types of tacos, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't have like any particular preference for or against any of them. Fish tacos, good stuff.
I've never had a fish taco, mostly because fish is just gross to me, and it just smells like low tide
Really?
and tastes like low tide.
Would you believe me, Chad, if I told you that one of the things that I had for lunch today was a tin of like tuna that had been mixed with salt and olive oil?
I would 100% believe that, yes, that sounds like something you ate today.
I
And then it turns out
it
you're
was.
like, ah, just kidding, I didn't.
No, that absolutely was what it was.
Did you have it just by itself, like eating it with a spoon, like
Yeah.
cat food, or
Well,
was
not-
it like with crackers or on a sandwich?
No. You gotta use a fork to really get that good tuna
Okay.
action. You
I
can't
feel
use
like
a
I see
spoon.
that on every Fancy Feast commercial. Though. I just imagine you over there with a
Hold on.
cup of Meow Mix.
Adam, are you there? What happened?
Oh no! Did we
You're
lose your
gonna
audio?
have to. Oh no!
That's all right.
Oh,
we'll
no.
we'll grab it from the stream and then. No, I can't see you yet.
No, not yet.
But yeah, we'll grab your audio from the stream and then we'll plug in the real one whenever it.
You have to rewatch. Oh,
No, he's
damn
gone.
it!
No, he's back.
Adam, are you back? Adam? Earth to Adam.
To Major Tom.
No,
Nope.
I guess that's that. I have
So tell me
on
more
the
about this
subject
cat
of
food you ate for lunch.
Oh. God damn it. Not cat food, it was a can of tuna. A can of tuna that had been
What was the brand on the
saturated
side
with
of the
olive
can?
oil and salt.
What was the brand on the side of the can?
It was, I don't know how you pronounce this word. It's Italian, pastene. You're familiar with pastene, right?
No.
No, maybe it's one of those East Coast things where like it's more popular over here in Montreal than it is on the West Coast.
Pastene tuna fish. Okay, there is not a cat on the side of the can. That's a good start.
Yes.
Lemon tuna fish. All right.
If you can't get your camera working, Chad, one thing you could do is you could just like put up a like GIF or picture of Adam over where his
Yeah.
video normally would be.
Yep. I look like a doofus.
Adam, I was going to say earlier, you have to go back and watch the stream archive of this stream because you cut out and froze at like the absolute. There you are. You froze at the absolute perfect moment. It was incredible.
We're also leaving this in. I've decided our stream of cozy eating cat food is worth leaving in. So I'm just going to go switch back. We're
Yeah.
leaving this all in.
Yeah,
So
this
welcome
was
back.
a-
Adam.
Cool. I just
Yeah,
started
this was
recording my audio,
fantastic.
by the way, Chad.
Okay, perfect.
All
Right
right.
now. Okay, bring me back over, I suppose. Cat
You're
food
in.
talk. Let's bring.
Yeah.
All right. We
What
back?
a wonderful
We live?
journey. Yeah, we're live.
We
We're
are
live.
back.
Yeah, I'm upset I missed cat food talk. But anyways, I chose best mobile game, and I'm picking Marvel Snap because I think that's the super fucking easiest answer in the
Oh
world
yeah.
for that
Oh
category.
yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh, give me cat food. All right.
Meow
Next
mix. Yeah.
I love meow 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 meow. So next up, there's categories that I call I have no idea, and these are the categories that is anything that's best content creator, best esport game, best esport event.
Right.
You know, best esports coach, the esports stuff basically. And Alex, you gonna go first?
Hold on a sec. Best esport game. I'm going to go with that one.
Okay.
I am going to say that the. Fuck. Sorry, you guys can't hear this on my end, but I'm trying to do like Control F to find something in the list, and the Windows keeps doing the like da-da-dun, da-da-dun, because I'm typing in something incorrectly. My bad. Fuck. It happened
you ha-
again.
Do you have the list, or do you need me to tell you the list?
No, it's just honestly, Adam, I was just so flustered by all the cat food talk that I just completely like moved away from the list, and I completely lost track of where we were.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Let's go with best esports event. I'm gonna go with
You
Evo.
go event. Okay, Evo for best esports event. Okay. All right.
There's a lot of I will say, like, I'm not just picking this at random. There was a lot of fun stuff that came out of Evo this year. There was that great moment where two people were playing what was it, Dragon Ball Fighters, and there's this one character from Dragon Ball Fighters, Cell, who when he's chosen, he does this like amazing guttural scream whenever he starts any of his matches. You can skip, however, this animation, and it was like real super duper late into the night. One of the people that chose Cell as his first fighter skipped the yell animation. Everyone in the crowd got pissed. They're like, "No, how dare you skip the Cell scream?" And so they actually like immediately the moment the match started, they had no like obligation to do so, but they quit out of the game and then restarted so that they could do the Cell scream properly.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
Esports game for me, League of Legends. Sure, why not?
I'm gonna go with best esports athlete, and I'm gonna choose this guy whose name is Yay.
How do you spell that?
Yay.
All right.
His name
Shout
is
out to
Yay.
Yay.
Jacob Yay Whitaker, or Whiteacre.
So this will be, yeah, that'll be great to watch in that 2-second, like, let's speed through all these awards, and then we'll be able to tell if we were right or wrong. And the final one, guys, what do you think is going to win Game of the Year at Game Awards? Chad, you said it's basically between two things. I also agree.
Yeah.
What is your guys' guess? Remember, a year of your life is on the line, potentially.
What if? Can you imagine a world where fucking Stray or Xenoblade wins?
I would turn it off. I would turn it off.
I would go destroy the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland in protest of Jeff Keighley.
Just to let them know. Yeah, no, I would absolutely just turn it off. I would get up, turn it off, and just go to bed for the night and never watch it again.
Really? See, if Xenoblade Chronicles 3 won, I'd be like, hell yeah, I gotta give it to them.
Xenoblade
they
would
pulled
be
it off.
Whatever. Stray would actually upset me.
Yeah, I agree.
Just in a world where Elden Ring and God of War, like I've played both of those games and they're both fantastic games. And it's just like, it reminds me that year when fucking Last of Us Part 2 came out and everyone's like, actually Ghost of Tsushima might be the better. It's like, fuck you. You just like rooting for the underdog. It's like, no, give the good game due. And that's why I'm going to say God of War Ragnarok.
This
I know
feels
it's
more. Yeah,
I know it's going to be
for
Elden
Chad.
Ring. I know it's going to be Elden Ring, but I'm going to just put that energy out there. I'm going to put it on the world's vision board. I'm going to start giving that positive talk towards God of War Ragnarok in hopes that it will
This
actually
feels
win.
more to me like 2018 than The Last of Us 2 year, because it's like, obviously it's The Last of Us 2. 2018 was like, fuck, Red Dead and God of War are big fucking deals. Like, I don't really know. You know?
Yeah.
So, Cozy, what are you going to go for here? You just talking about cat food over there? Or like, what's
Huff and spray paint. Are you Charlie Day?
No.
Are you Charlie from Sunny in Philadelphia? Just eating cat food and huffing
Is that
spray paint to go to sleep?
I vaguely remember the spray paint part. I don't remember the cat food part. Sorry, what? Legitimately.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I
What
mean, game
was
of the
in
year.
that soup?
I don't know. It was from Costco. They seem like a reputable source of soup. Game of the year, I think that Elden Ring is going to win it.
Elden Ring for Alex. All right.
Yo, I'm done both of these Mountain Dews in like 20 minutes.
They're really good, huh? I am also going to guess Elden Ring because I know who votes on Game Awards, and those nerds love From Software games.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this. I do want to give Elden Ring a shot before Game of the Year awards come around. I have also beaten God of War Ragnarok, and my thoughts at the end of God of War Ragnarok may or may not have factored in my decision to put Elden Ring above it.
Oh, shit.
May or may
The
not.
soup.
May or may not.
Very cool. If you guys want to look at the rest of the awards, you can go on the internet. They're there. We're doing our fun thing here. I don't want to read a fucking list. You'll be all
Nice.
right. Ryan Dinsdale energy. That's it for our main quest. Now that all the cat food and technical issues out of the way, go and talk about playtime.
Before we do, I just want to mention Dallas calling Alex out as bullshit in the chat. He says bears are ferocious and volatile. They're just for your information. He's Italian, which is why he said just for your information.
All right.
Now, if
If
you're
you
talking about
say
the
so.
Chicago Bears, not so much. They're not a very good football team.
You're right. But they are very noble.
Yeah.
Playtime. Who are we going to start with? I can start with Alex because his list is the shortest. So that's where to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not much else to say other than that ladies and gentlemen, beat God of War Ragnarok. I played long into the hours last night to finally tap off the campaign. Hold on, tap off the campaign? That's not a turn of phrase. Tap off the campaign is what I meant to say.
Okay.
I've not yet completed all the side quests of note in it just yet, and I do want to get around to doing so before we do our spoiler cast, because I know that there are some like pretty consequential storylines in some of those side quests to the overall narrative and characters of Ragnarok. I don't want to spoil too much right now because I want to save most of my thoughts on it until we do the spoiler cast. Here's what I'll say right here, right now. God of War Ragnarok is a great game and a great sequel to God of War 2018, but I think it is a mediocre Ragnarok game.
Oh.
And that's all I'll say on that.
Oh, I can't wait until Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/affableidiots to hear more about what that means.
Oh, yeah. If people who have played the game and beat it and want to talk about it, come join us. Like, actually join on the show on Wednesday
you're gonna
night.
be one of these faces on the screen talking.
If you've been it on Wednesday, come let us know. You got time to come check it out. All right, very cool. Chad, we'll go to you next.
All right. Get this out of the way. Destiny 2, just a PSA, 2 weeks left in the season. If you're one of those people going after the Scallywag seal for the pirate season, they have made it a lot easier to get that seal because they realized, oh shit, we put a lot of roadblocks in here that were unnecessary and way too difficult. So go get that seal. I did that today. Also played God of War Ragnarok. Platinumed that shit. We'll talk about it more on Wednesday. And then I played a game. I played and beat a game. It took me 15 minutes. I got 0 trophies for it. No platinum. It wasn't a quick platinum trophy.
I was about to say, it's a cum jump.
It was it was full of horrendous mini games, and it looked awful. And that game was NSYNC Get to the Show.
Oh, God, that's right. That's right.
Right.
So I finally went through the painstaking process of getting fucking the extra cores to be able to like play all sorts of ROMs and stuff like that from Game Boy Advance and SNES and that kind of stuff on my analog pocket. Because as we talked about last time, I do own a cartridge for NSYNC Get to the Show, but the cartridge is kaput. So I finally did load that up legally because I own it. And this game is very bad. It is the biggest cash grab of all time, you guys. There is no NSYNC music in this NSYNC game. None of the music,
Not even chiptune versions?
Not even a chiptune version of Bye Bye Bye. None of it. It's all just like generic ass chiptune, like licensed game music that's in it. But yeah, it's just a series of 4 different mini games. One of them is a driving game where you're just driving down an endless road that branches in different directions with shops on the side, and you have to look at the bottom. Justin needs a haircut, and you got to stop by the barber instead of the bowling alley. And it says JC needs to send flowers, and you got to stop by the flower shop. And you don't even get out of the car or do anything at the flower shop. You literally just touch the flower shop with your car, and you win. Followed by...
You think NSYNC gets out of the car?
No one from NSYNC gets out of the car, no. Then there's like a Hollywood Squares, well, I guess you could just call it tic-tac-toe. There's a 3x3 grid. And they're like, all right, the band, we made it, but now we need to get a good night's rest. And so they're like, you have to click on things with the A button to silence the disturbances and click on the B button when you see a member of the band to put them back to bed. And so there are things like alarm clocks and dogs and crying babies and just random ass people that you have to like push to shove out of the 3x3. And then every once in a while you'll see JC wake up and you go, nope, go back to bed. You see Justin wake up, nope, go back to bed.
Oh, wow.
And then there was the one where you had to, they all need burgers. And you got to like get their burger in the right way. So you're walking around the bottom of the screen. Looks like something out of WarioWare, catching ingredients from burgers in the right way. It's like Overcooked almost. You're like, this one needs burgers with ketchup and also lettuce and pickles. And then finally,
NSYNC famous for burgers, just like Alex is famous for soup.
Yeah.
Hell
and
yeah.
then
is there any soup in the game?
No soup. But
fake
you
game.
might have guessed.
Fake game.
I knew this was on the top of your mind. You might have guessed they had to do their pre-show ritual, which is play a game of hacky sack. And so you have to play.
Of course.
You have to keep a game of hacky sack going for 30 seconds for all 5 people. And literally, it's the same exact 30 seconds. They just switch the sprite that's playing at any given time. And then finally, your reward for that 12 minutes of stupid mini games that you played is you get to see them on stage. And there's no objective in this. You just get to watch them for 1 minute and 45 seconds dance on stage. And you can very generally influence the dance moves that they go. And this is where it gets a little bit like it's actually NSYNC. Because they do have some very again, this is a Game Boy Color game, very crude animations that resemble some of the dance moves from Bye Bye Bye. So they do like that thing, they do this thing, but like again, it's like Game Boy Color, super giant pixel art. It's awful. But again, the music is just like the worst, awful chiptune music in the world. So I don't recommend, but it was
Oh, you
it was
don't
an interesting
say.
time. Yeah.
You don't say.
How much did that cartridge cost again?
It cost me $4 for that cartridge. For that
$4
busted ass
bad.
cartridge from Time Capsule in Rhode Island.
So $4 and 30 minutes of trying to get, an emulator working on that device to play.
Oh my god.
15
I
minutes
could
of
not
NSYNC.
tell you. All of you frickin' PC and Android nerds who love going to GitHub and getting the right executable file and putting things in the assets folder under common so that the BIOS works, and then you gotta all of you are horrible people. Like that is such
Well, we're
a
also
terrible...
not using an SD card to put it back and forth between our computers constantly you are.
It's just like it's a terrible experience. But I got it running and I don't have to do it again, so that's good.
That's true.
And then finally on here, played Warzone 2.
Oh, okay.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone 2 is out. It is just as like weird and convoluted as a way as GitHub is, where like you can't find Warzone in the store. You have to search for Call of Duty Warzone, and then nothing pops up. And then you go to Modern Warfare 2, and you choose the other edition of the game. Like, I want the cross bundle. I want this version of the game that's $99, or I want the Warzone version that's free. I was like, oh, why is that not its own standalone thing? Anyway, played it. It was on the first day of the squad. We got all 4 of us playing. It was me, Brent, Matt, and Dallas. I think we played 4 games. And every game got better. Lots of performance issues on day 1. The lag was just abhorrent. And it was like literally 3 or 4 frames a second. Like people were moving around, just jumping all over the map. But it got better and better as we played. The last match that we played, we came in second. All 4 of us made it basically to the final circle. And then Matt, Dallas, and I died. And Brent just like popping off, killing everybody. And it was just a standoff between him and the last person before he died. It was... so proud of him, but we were this close to winning. It's a good time. I'm not a fan of... I do like... There's a new Gulag where you play it in pairs now. So, like, oftentimes if we died in pairs, like me and Matt would be in the Gulag together, and we're fighting another team of 2 people. So, like, even if Matt dies, I could kill the other 2 people. And there's a new twist where if you're all in the Gulag together long enough, there's a jailer that comes out. And if you kill him, then all 4 of you come back to the game. So, like, that's an interesting new twist. I enjoyed that. But there's this inventory system. Like, you actually have an inventory of shit now with squares and shit like that. And the inventory in Warzone was never good. Anytime we had to, like, drop armor plates for somebody or drop money, I was just standing in the middle of the battlefield. I was like, oh, what button do I push? And then I accidentally dropped all of my armor. And I was like, wait, I just wanted to drop. And it was always confusing. But now it's like every time you kill someone, to get their shit, their money, whatever good stuff they had, you have to actually, like, they drop a bag, and you have to go and open the bag. It opens an inventory screen. You got to pick your shit. It is so clunky and slow. I'm just not used to it yet either. There were a couple times where, I was like, oh, let me open up this bag, and then someone just kills me while I'm in that menu screen. Not a fan of it
Sounds
right
like
now.
someone didn't play 500 hours of PUBG, because I can get through a box in fucking half a second.
That's correct.
Got it all.
That is correct. So, but it was a good time. Again, we just played it on opening night, so there was a ton of technical issues. Getting into a squad together was fucking impossible, but it was a good time.
I wanted to ask you, when you said it was 3 or 4 frames a second, I thought you were talking about playing Pokemon, not Warzone 2.
Zing! Wow! 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 Yo! Got him!
Anyways, I also finished Ragnarok, so we'll be able to talk about that on Wednesday at 8 at nighttime before Thanksgiving. A little more Vampire Survivors. Got some more upgrades. I got garlic. It's so funny talking about Vampire Survivors. Like, yeah, I unlocked garlic the other day. It's like, okay, cool. No, game's
Nice.
the more you unlock, the better that game gets. I played Ollie Ollie World because it was on my list for.
That's what that is. I saw ooh in here, and I was like, what is that?
Is that boobs? Is that eyes? What is it? No, it's Ollie Ollie World. Because I had to play that or I wanted to play it for indie because it's one of the highest rated games of the year, and it is fantastic. It is. Did you guys ever play Trials? Remember those Trials games like with the ATV and the stunt bikes, and you would like go on the 2D plane? That's what it is. It's Trials, but you're skateboarding, and it's like colorful, cell shaded shit, and it's fucking great. Because I played so much Trials when back when it came out, because it's always like, man, I gotta get the perfect run. I just gotta do one more, and it's that but skateboarding, and then you can like dress your dude in whatever colorful ice cream clothes you want, and it's fucking great. It's very good.
Did you say ice cream clothes?
Yeah, like there's like a 5-part island that you do all your skateboard stuff on. In the first part, you meet a girl who runs the ice cream shop, and her hair is literally like an upside down ice cream cone. And if you beat the challenge in her level, you get the upside down ice cream cone as a hat. It's fucking great.
It's wonderful.
It's awesome. The game's really, really good. Ollie Ollie World, we'll see how it continues, but it's a fun skateboarder. And then the P is I play Pentiment, and I will say Pentiment is excellent. Chad, you would hate Pentiment.
Oh yeah,
so don't worry about
really?
it. Maybe it is one of the most interesting. Like, yeah, someone let a literature major make a fucking AAA video game. Is what Pentiment is, which is like very good if you're that kind of person, and if you're not that kind of person, you're gonna be bored. But
how long is it? Because I do want to experience it a little bit.
I think it's like 12 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chad. I think you'd get like 2 hours in. It's really cool because it starts. I think it's a murder mystery, which I'm like, fuck, a murder mystery sounds fun. I like those. And I had one of my friends in another Discord channel. He's all about it, dude. But he also grew up like, it's so funny. He told the story that like when he got in trouble, his parents would be like, you're grounded, but you can read books. So he just read like fucking every book because he was always in trouble, basically. So he's all about it. But again, he's also one of those literature nerds, right?
Yeah.
So it is very cool. I'm interested to, because it's a murder mystery where you can just not get it right. You're just like, you can think you have the clues and guess and just be completely wrong, and you just don't fucking know. It's not like, oh, wrong, try again. It's like, oh, well, that's your choice. Have a good time with this weird fucking postmodern age art style. So, yeah, it's interesting. I'll see if I stick with it, but it's very good, but it's weird. It is weird. When we saw the trailer, it is weird.
Yeah, when you tagged me on that and it's like everyone's giving it 10 out of 10, I was so upset. Because I was telling Alex this too, like while you were having difficulties, like I was so happy that my list of game of the years was of things to play for game of the year was like done. And then you add this on top, and I was like, "Thank God, Forspoken or Forsaken, Forspoken, and Hogwarts Legacy, and thank God those things didn't come out this year." But to add this to the top, where it's like a 10 out of 10, you have to play this, even though you know you're going to hate the whole 12.5-hour experience, according to HowLongToBeat.com. Like, motherfucker.
No, this is a game that I think is excellent, and if you look at it, and you're like, "That's weird. I don't think I'll like that." You probably won't like it. Again, it's on Game Pass, so you don't have to pay. So maybe give it an hour or two try. Okay. But for the people it clicks with, it's just like anything. Like if you hate horror and someone's like, I fucking love horror, you're not gonna like it and they're gonna like it. It is what it is. But Pentiment's cool. Check it out if you're a weird artsy kid. It's really cool.
I'm definitely, me and Chad talked about this again while you were having your audio outage. I am definitely going to give this a shot myself because it seems like something I could really get down with, knowing how much I enjoyed some of Obsidian's prior games.
Yeah,
but will I beat Obsidian. It? We'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll see if I finish, but it's a really cool idea. That's it for playtime. I guess we're going to go on to our quest log.
Go ahead. Real super quick before we go on to our quest log. Neither of you are playing Pokemon, right?
Correct.
I sent a video to Chad that he really liked.
I mean, we're all of us are seeing a lot of videos about this game. I'm not normally in the past. I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan. I usually tend to play new games in the series at launch, as I did earlier this year with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have made the decision with this particular game that I am going to hold off just a little bit, just so that it can get to a bit more of a workable state. Because based on what everyone's saying, it seems like the game is really fun and really worth playing, but I am not going to slog through the myriad of bugs and glitches that this game has right now. I will wait.
What a crazy thing, where it's like people are like, "Oh, the idea here is fucking amazing. It runs like not even like it's buggy or it's what they're like. No, it's awful. Like it runs like a potato that you shit on and you put in the ground, and that's what it runs on. It's like how unfortunate, because it's like they finally did something cool with the idea, but now it's actually unplayable. So like, it sucks.
It makes you wonder, like, how much have they been wanting to change the formula so much, but then they're like, well, we're so limited by the system, or maybe it's not even the system. Maybe they're just limited by their own software engineering and all that kind of, like, maybe they're just not
people
good
pointing
game
out
makers.
Xenoblade, also a massive RPG, 100-hour RPG, runs just fine on Switch. And again, it's not ideal, but it runs fine. Pokemon just doesn't fucking run.
Yeah. And what's unfortunate is, Metacritic-wise, this game will probably outdo Sword and Shield, which I would say by comparison are like probably way overrated on Metacritic. But unfortunately, this game is just getting trounced by its bugs and glitches.
I don't want the final thing that I said about this to be like, hey, they're a bunch of untalented engineers. I don't think that's probably the case. I think what's probably the case is that it's just so ambitious and so quick of a turnaround from whatever their last project was, that like they don't have time for QA, they don't have time to squash all these bugs, like Nintendo or Game Freak or whoever, the Pokemon company, whoever wanted it out, needed it out. I love that clip that Adam sent me. Apparently, if you plug in a second controller and you also hit forward on the stick, you just run twice as fast. It's like,
great, wonderful. Again, Chad, I don't even think it's a thing to like talk down about the developers. I think it's just, it runs bad, it doesn't matter. We're still going to sell 20 million copies. It literally doesn't matter what we put out. So, I think that's part of the problem. They're like, we'll do what we can in this amount of time, and it's going to go out, and people are going to buy it. It is what it is.
This is what happens when you put out 3 mainline Pokemon games in the span of 12 months. Yeah,
right.
I know
Brilliant
that,
Diamond, Shining Pearl, Arceus, and then
this.
I know that the Diamond and Pearl remakes were not technically developed by Game Freak. It was someone else that Game Freak was overseeing, but like, still, that is a lot.
It is a lot. Maybe you'll, whenever you buy it, let us know how it is, and hopefully it's better by then. But anyways, quest log. Play this damn game, Chad. God damn it. From Ryan Dinsdale at IGN.com.
Ryan Dinsdale, how does he know?
He knows it's you. So, Guerrilla Games has confirmed the upcoming virtual reality game Horizon Call of the Mountain will be released on February 22nd as a PlayStation VR 2 launch title. Sony announced that a Call of the Mountain bundle would be available for the PSVR 2 when it revealed the hardware's release date and a $550 price point, but didn't clarify if it would be available at launch. Sony has announced several games coming to the PSVR 2, including Ghostbusters VR Resident Evil Village. Release windows for most remain at a vague 2023 date. So, again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. They're like, hey, here's the release date, here's the bundle. But they didn't say when Horizon's calling out. Just confirmation. So you got a big game. Maybe Chad will finally play a Horizon game when it comes out for once.
Listen. Yeah, that's going to be like one of the 12 games I can play at launch. So, of course, I'm going to play it.
You better play that game at launch, because I'm still like, the more and more distance I've had from that initial price announcement, the more and more I'm feeling like maybe I'll not get this thing at launch. So you better really sell me on that game when it comes out.
Did either of you pre-order it? The VR2?
No, you're the one.
I'm the one. Yeah, I was like, pre-orders apparently, I guess I was in the first time slot, which is 10 Eastern time last Tuesday. And even like Wario64 tweeted, all right, pre-orders will open at 11 a.m. And I was the one he retweeted, so I'm famous now. So by the way, you're welcome. But I tweeted in a response, I was like, mine said 10 a.m., but I just bought one at 9:52 a.m. and I pre-ordered it and put a screenshot in there. So, but my window still says launch window, February 22nd through the 28th, that I'm going to get it. So I feel like I was probably one of the first people who pre-ordered it, but I assume I'm going to get it February 22nd. The charge kit for the controllers is it's confirmed for February 22nd. So I also just pronounced that month February. February 22nd.
It's all good, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at you getting Twitter over. I mean, our next story, I was also Twitter famous for. So, anyways,
Nice.
we'll continue. I do want you to get in and play it. Actually, play this Horizon game because I'm with Alex.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get one at launch, but I do like it looks cool. So I want to know if it's good.
For the record, I have the next 7 days off of work for Thanksgiving holiday. God of War is beat. I've done what I need to do in Destiny for the week. And so it's Horizon Forbidden West time. Horizon Forbidden West and Sifu. I don't know what this is, this little dance with the one with the little inchworms that I'm doing, but that's what time it is. Horizon Forbidden West
Alex,
time.
let's
So I'm
be
going to
real.
play it.
He's going to eat chicken-flavored chili soup all week and not play video games. That's what he's going to do.
I only have one more bucket of the stuff, so there's not a lot to go around, unfortunately.
You'll take what he can get. Possible future for Fallout. It's from Eddie McCooch
What?
at GameSpot. The director of Fallout New Vegas has said he could see himself returning to the Fallout universe one day. What was that? Well, wait a minute. We'll stop right
Hold
there.
on. Let me explain that sigh that I just emitted.
Okay.
When you I had not like scrolled down in the document to see what this story is about. When you said possible future for Fallout, I was like, oh shit, are they like announcing like dates for like when we're gonna see the next big like episodic Fallout game? And for it to instead be, the director of Fallout New Vegas said, yeah, we can make another one. I'm like, I feel like we have one of these stories like once a month. Like for like the past 5 years. Like I feel like every month it's like, oh yeah, one of the dudes who worked on the Fallout New Vegas team, he like catered food. He said he could work on another Fallout game.
He loves that soup at the Fallout New Vegas launch party.
Yeah.
Yes, now I understand I'm going to say New Vegas is great, so don't hate on New Vegas.
No hate there. I'm just saying.
And this was also,
yeah.
This right here is also a part of adding the story. Josh Sawyer directed 2010's New Vegas and told Kind of Funny Games, I believe specifically on the Xcast, talking to old Snowbike Mike over there, that he still loves Fallout and offered up some possible locations for a future title. I can see myself working in it again, but we'll see where the future takes us. He was asked specifically about a new location. Sawyer said he hadn't thought about this in some time, but mentioned New Orleans, California, the Midwest as locations that could be very interesting for a new Fallout game. He also said that set it outside the United States could be another angle to take. I think there's a lot of cool opportunities. It really depends on what the moment is and what the team looks like, he said. I'm a big believer in finding things that obviously I have to be passionate about as a director, but also the team is really excited about and also works. Also that works within the larger idea of the property. So yes, not an official announcement, but
again,
also a famous tweet from Adam. Hey, Fallout New Vegas too, baby, because they're all under the same company.
All this stuff sounds cool. I don't have a problem with any of it. Go do it. Stop saying, this would all be cool. Go do it. Go make another Fallout game. I know that y'all at Bethesda are like working on like 17-year-long crazy huge RPGs that older fans will probably not appreciate as much as the older games, but just go do it, man.
When Chad plays Pentiment, then they'll move on to New Vegas too. Because Obsidian has to make 20 games at a time. I love how Obsidian and Insomniac are just the same fucking company, but for two different people.
But hold on. That's not a fair comparison at all. Insomniac works on a lot of games at the same time, and they put them out. Like they are a game churning machine. Churn might, honestly, that's a little bit of a needlessly derogatory term. They put out quality stuff and they put it out consistently. Bethesda, I mean, they put out more Obsidian, correct.
They put out Grounded and Pentiment this year, which both are rated very highly.
Gotcha.
Did they put out Grounded? I mean, Grounded's been like falling out of a bucket for the last 2 years.
But they finally put it all in a soup can, and you can drink it up now.
That situation is weird. Adam, I apologize. I thought you had said Bethesda, not Obsidian.
Oh, no, Bethesda puts out one game every 7 years. No, they're completely different.
Yeah. Unless you count all the re-releases of Skyrim, of course. Can't forget about that.
I've been meaning to buy. There's a Black Friday deal on Anniversary Edition. I'll have to get that.
Yeah.
Kane could be coming back. What? From Tom Ivan at VGC. This is the reason I put this in here specifically is because in the month of spooky time, Chad was like, hey, we're going to play a game for Barth that has to do with vampires. And Chad's like, I'm going to put Legacy of Kain on the list, and it won. And we're like, awesome, let's check it out. Immediately afterwards, Trevor hit me up on Twitter. Is like, hey, dude, can you play this game? Do you know how? Because I can't find a way how. It's like, Trevor, of course, it's got to be on Steam. Oh, it's been off of Steam for 3 years? Well, it's got to be on Oh, it's not on it. PlayStation or Xbox? Shit, we can't play Legacy of Kain. We have to play Alex's least favorite game of all time, Super Castlevania 4. But Legacy of Kain could be coming back.
I won't, before we get into this, I will tell you, while I was in that store in Rhode Island called Time Capsule that sold me a bum copy of NSYNC Get to the Show, there was also a PS1 disc of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. And I almost bought it. It was like $25. I almost bought it because I do have a PS1 with the flip-up LCD screen on it as well.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, man, I might just play this, pay $25 for it. But while I was in that store, I Googled it again just to see, like, what's the deal with this game? And I saw, I was there, like, end of October, beginning of November, and I saw that they had sent out a survey asking about Legacy of Kain specifically. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to pay $25 for this disc to play it in a bad way and look poopy. I'm going to wait for whatever's coming next.
Wait for this, absolutely.
Yeah. You'd have to imagine that even if this doesn't lead to a new game, we got to be getting like a remaster at some point that fixes this whole situation that we're in right now.
Yeah. I would think so. Crystal Dynamics has said it received an overwhelming response to a recent survey designed to gauge interest in a potential Legacy of Kain revival. Oh, Jesus. Last Thursday, the developer claimed such surveys usually receive a few thousand responses, but that Legacy of Kain one received more than 100,000. This is a quote now from Crystal Dynamics and IDO CEO Phil Rogers. We wanted to gain a community perspective on what players are looking for, so we revisit the land of Nosgoth and our iconic IP, Legacy of Kain. Again, he said all that during a Embracer Group's earning calls. In the past, we found that surveys typically get between 1,000 and 3,000 responses. When we asked folks about Legacy of Kain, we received 100,000. Rest assured, we hear you loudly and clearly, and we will continue to update you on the what if possibilities ahead for Legacy of Kain in the future. So yeah, I would assume when it's like, you know, like say you open a restaurant and it's like, oh, I have my Bob's Burgers. I have 3 people show up every day and I'm barely making things work. And it's like, we've got, if Luke's could kale burger and then like 500 people show up to Bob's Burgers, he's serving that kale burger every day. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're definitely going to get more seasons of Bob's Burgers and a Legacy of Kain remaster.
I totally forgot until this moment that Embracer Group bought Crystal Dynamics this year. That's wild to me.
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's part of that
Embracer
Square
Group,
Enix getting rid of everything deal.
Yeah, Embracer Group and THQ Nordic, like they are all about remastering old games and IP. So well, yeah, we're 100% going to get this. And now that Crystal Dynamics is under there, like yeah, we're getting this.
Do you think we're getting something new though? What's the question?
I think we're going to get a remaster of the original game. Maybe plural.
Collection, maybe. We'll see. Alex, do you have anything about this vampire game that no one's ever played, but everyone seems to like?
I mean, I do hope, I already said it, I do hope they re-release this game at some point, do a nice little remaster of it. I do hope that we can do it again as a feature barf game. If I want to say this right here, right now, real serious, if/when they finally re-release this game and make it more easily publicly available to play, we should just forego doing any kind of poll and play it like whatever month occurs after it comes out.
I'd be down for that, especially if it's around spooky time. That'd be perfect. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, spooky vampire.
The people already voted. People already voted on this game.
They want it
being a game that we should play for barf. So yeah,
and you know when people vote, the people who take those votes listen, and it matters. That's it for the stories today. I guess it's time for
Game On Game Show, the game on our gaming show called Game On the Game Show, and a game show game. Alex, over to you.
Yes, that's right, Chad. I have another installment of TMI with NPD for you. This is where I deliver a number of prompts in the hope that you will, based on these prompts, be able to guess what the top 10 best-selling games are from throughout
NHL
the years
1998.
per the NPD group in North America. That game is actually not on the list that we're going to be doing today, which is 1998.
Oh, shit. NHL 1999.
If you can give me just a quick second, real quick, I'm just going to real quick pull up my soundboard so I can add
Do you remember earlier when Adam went,
oh my God,
right
or wrong.
What is so
Still
funny
such
about
a
my computer freezing?
fantastic segment.
Do you remember
I wasn't here for that.
I remember.
when Adam
I remember.
too much Mountain Dew? I've had too much Mountain Dew. My body's freaking out. It was perfect the way it happened.
I can't wait to listen to the podcast or watch the show.
You just screamed, "Oh my god, my computer!" Then you wrote.
Fantastic.
Maybe clip that out, Chad. Maybe clip that specific section of the podcast out as a video. That sounds pretty good.
That right there is a TikTok-worthy moment for sure.
Perfect. Okay.
1998, you said?
Yes, 1998.
Gotcha.
And I have my soundboard set up. So without further ado, let's jump right into this.
Okay.
And by the way, we went over this last time, but just in case you've forgotten, each of you now only have 2 guesses per entry on the list.
Oh, that's
So
right.
after your second guess, you have to defer to the other person, or if both of you have given all your guesses, I'll say the answer and we will move on.
Okay.
Clear as mud?
Can
All right.
we? So this is 1998. I'm just like, okay, PlayStation 1, N64, Pokemon. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
I was just getting my
You're saying
headspace in
those
the right
things.
era. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's start off with the number 10 best-selling game of 1998 per the NPD Group. This game is a Nintendo 64 game. It's the 3rd year in a row that this game
Super
has
Mario
appeared.
64.
Adam is correct.
Son of a
It
bitch.
is Super Mario 64. Amazing. Good job. Also, y'all should keep track of your own scores because I got to make sure that I read these prompts correctly.
Okay,
My fingers are out.
I'll keep track of yours, Adam. Wink.
Number
Wink.
9. Number 9 is a sports game from a franchise that did not appear on any of the 3 prior top 10 lists. The sport featured in this game is a non-team based sport.
What?
It's a sport that in real life is played using giant, heavy machines. And
NASCAR 99?
correct, Adam.
Oh,
you got
shit.
both the franchise and the year correct. NASCAR 99.
I remember playing NASCAR games on the PS1. I don't know why,
Okay,
but I did.
technically, there are teams in racing. Like
Chad.
there's Hendrick Motorsports. There's
We've all seen Cars. You know how it works.
All right. Number 8. Number 8 is one of the few PlayStation exclusive games on the 1998 list. It was developed by a studio that at the time of the game's release was known as Police Entertainment, but now sports a name that you're probably more familiar with.
Metal Gear Solid.
Unfortunately, it is not Metal Gear Solid.
Buttholes.
I'm pretty sure that Metal Gear Solid was developed by Konami, and Konami was known as Konami at that point.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was just checking to make sure you knew.
Yeah.
Okay, great. This game is an almost purely gameplay-focused experience that doesn't feature any sort of story mode or narrative. And it's closely connected to the number 9 best-selling game from this list.
Gran Turismo.
Adam is
Ducks.
correct. It is the original Gran Turismo. All right.
I
Let's
couldn't
go
take the
with...
studio that made that game now, by the way.
It's so
Polyphony?
at the time, right?
Polyphony
So
Digital,
at the
yeah.
time, they were Police, Polys, and now they are Polyphony.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It was Pauly Shore, and now it's the fake Pauly Shore. That's why it's a phony Pauly.
Yeah.
Polyphony.
exactly.
Like it.
All right, Chad, you are falling behind a little bit. I need you to step up your game. All right.
I'm keeping track
Or
of the
don't.
scores, and Adam's got 1 point. I'm not that far behind.
Got 3 fingers up, baby.
I don't know about that, Adam. No, Chad. Fuck. The soup's getting
Eat
to
your
me.
soup. Eat your
The
soup.
soup is getting to me. The soup's gone. There's none left. All right. Let's get this back on track. Number 7 Number 7 is a Nintendo 64 game not developed by Nintendo. It's a game that takes place across multiple non-linear worlds. Its villain orchestrates the events of the game to make herself more beautiful than another character.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Correct. Chad, your comeback story is beginning.
That's
Maybe.
right.
We'll see. You're going to have to rack up a few more points if you want to catch up with Adam. But we will certainly see. Now, number 6.
Real quick pause.
Yes,
Did you all know that there's a Game Boy Color game called Banjo Pilot? Which is basically, it's a ripoff of Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing, but with all Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Kazooie characters.
I was going to say, there are a lot of like weird Banjo-Kazooie handheld games. Like there was like a DS Banjo-Kazooie game like well after Rare was acquired by Microsoft that happened.
Yeah. I played that Game Boy Color one this week because I bought the cartridge from Time Capsule and it was busted, so I played it on my Analog Pocket. Yeah.
All right. Number 6. Number 6 is a sequel to a game that did not appear in the 3 prior top 10 lists. It takes place in a city named after a mammal that itself is known for inhabiting cities. It was one of the first games directed
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No, it is not Conker's Bad Fur Day. What I can say, however, is that it was one of the first video games directed by a, we shall say, popular Twitter personality that got entangled in a recent voice actor controversy. It's a horror game with a fair bit of action sprinkled in.
I know.
What the fuck? Mammal City that the mammal lives in. All I can think of is squirrels.
Resident Evil Raccoon City.
Oh, buttholes.
It is not Resident Evil Raccoon City.
Oh.
Damn.
Resident Evil 2.
It is Resident Evil 2.
It takes
I
place
didn't even
in
realize that
Raccoon
came
City.
out on N64.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
All right. Number 5. Number 5 is yet another sports game from a franchise that did not appear in any of the prior top 10 lists. The name of the game in question features multiple acronyms. It's based on a sport that often blurs the line between reality and fiction.
What?
Its cover features an entertainer that briefly changed his first name to Hollywood.
Oh.
What the hell?
NWO Revenge?
I'll give that to you. The full name is WCW/NWO Revenge.
NWO Revenge.
But
Yeah, okay.
it's one of those things where, like, I was not expecting either of you to get the full title, so...
Oh,
would've
I
got
know
it
all
as
about my
any
man
of
Hulk
that.
Hogan. Hey, brother. I'm a racist brother. Dude, wrestling games in that era were super fun. Had a ton of fun with that.
All right, Chad. You're
I gotta brush up on my
gonna
fucking
have to-
sports.
You're going to have
mean-
to step it up. Step up
Yeah.
to the racetrack if you want to compete with Adam on this one. All right. Number 4 is a sports game that features a
God.
type of sport we have seen before on these lists.
Madden
it is a
NFL
returning.
99.
If that's your guess, unfortunately, that's wrong, Chad.
NHL
It is a-
99.
Does he have guesses now?
Well, Chad, you don't have any more chances
I
to
wouldn't
guess
have gotten
anymore.
it anyway.
Keep talking, baby.
God damn
I'll
it.
get this one.
This is all Adam. It features a type of sport we have seen on these lists, but from a video game franchise, Chad, that we haven't seen before.
You hate to see
In
it.
fact,
FIFA 99.
this game is actually the first game in its particular franchise. It was developed by the same company that previously brought you Mortal Kombat. And
God.
even though it is not a military game or a shooter, the second word in this game's title is defined as an intensive or sudden military attack?
NBA 1K99.
NFL Blitz.
It is NFL Blitz.
Oh, nice.
The
I would have never
Blitzkrieg.
guessed that in a million years.
Chad,
That's a
there's
big
no way
sixer,
for you
baby.
to. Chad, there's no way
Sorry,
for
I got
you to
Banjo-Kazooie,
win at
bitch.
this point.
You did. Good job.
But I want you to give it your all right, Chad?
Yep. I
NFL
swear to God,
Blitz
say the
number
word
4?
sports again, I'm going
Holy-
to throw up.
Holy shit. Number 4 for NFL Blitz. That's wild.
Number 3 is
NFL Madden 99.
It is not NFL.
NHL
Madden.
99.
It's not
You gotta guess it.
NHL 99.
Continue, Alex, so I can get this one again.
Number 3 is another sports game that features a sport we've already seen on this list. It was developed by a studio called Iguana West and released by Acclaim Entertainment.
Iguana West sounds sexy. Like she's
The man-
she's a sexy entertainer.
On the box art of this game is as cold as stone, one might say. And like NFL Blitz, even though it's not a military game or a shooter, the second word in this game's title is defined as a region in which a war is being fought.
So I know it's a WWE game. I fucking cannot think of the title, dude. You're just gonna have
I
to
know
pass
it.
this one
I know
over.
exactly what it is. But
And
I can't
it's in
say it.
1999. No, this is 98. So I don't even know. Is it like Bring the Pain or something?
Is that an official guess?
Yeah, I'm just guessing. I know it's a wrestling game. I don't know which one. So Bring the Pain.
Unfortunately, it is not Bring the Pain.
No. Would it be WrestleMania 98?
It
Or
is
99?
not WrestleMania 98, unfortunately. Okay, so I actually was wondering if you could help me out with this one. On the NPD list, it says WWE Warzone. That is what it states as the name of the game there. On Wikipedia, though, it's WWF Warzone.
Yeah, I think that's probably before the lawsuit, before they had to change the name. So
Oh, I see. It's like a weird... Yeah,
Yeah,
got it,
they wanted
got
to
it.
stop confusing big racist white men with pandas. And so
Okay, so yeah, it's WWE/WWF Warzone.
Warzone. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that one.
Number
A lot of
2
wrestling games.
is a game that appeared at a lower spot on the list of best-selling games of 1997. It's based on a well-received movie from 1995. It's from a developer that has already appeared once before on this very list. It's most well remembered for its multiplayer mode.
GoldenEye.
Chad, you got it correct, but unfortunately, you are still trailing well behind Adam. So,
Yeah, but everyone
well.
knows the number 1 slot's worth 10 points. So
oh, is it now?
yeah. Yeah.
Adam, do you want to bet
No.
10 points with Chad? Nope. All right.
Absolutely not. Not gonna
Adam shoots
happen.
it down.
It's quadruple jeopardy.
The number one. What if? Hold
You
on.
still wouldn't have enough points, by the way.
Damn it.
Go ahead.
All right. And finally, the number 1 best-selling game of 1998 per the NPD group is, surprise, surprise, a Nintendo 64 game. It's not a Mario game, but Mario can be seen in this game. It opens with a dream sequence that depicts events that occur later on in the game. And finally, one of the previous entries in this game's franchise is better than Super Castlevania 4.
Ocarina of Time.
Legend of Zelda. Damn
Adam,
it.
you got it correct.
Well, that's a
Good
lot
job.
of fingers, isn't it, Chad? It's a lot of fingers there.
Yeah, if I ever meet you in real life, those fingers are going to be cut off.
Easily forgotten. You can see a quick Mario cameo in Ocarina of Time. If you
Where?
look in the, you might remember how early on in that game you meet Zelda in her little grove garden outside of Hyrule Castle. If you look in one of the windows, you can see portraits of Mario, Luigi, Peach, and like a bunch of other Mario Kingdom
I thought he was a peeping Tom or something looking out the window.
If you looked in the window, you can see Mario's eye looking at a tiny hole in the wall.
And that's it for TMI What NPD. Next time around, we will be going for 1999. And let me tell you, this is going to be a fun year when we get around to it.
How were there 11 sports games in the top 10 list for 1998?
A lot of wrestling games too.
Oh man,
my
do
God.
you guys want me to read some of the games from like the 11 to 20 spots? We got Tekken 3. We got Mario Kart 64. We got, speaking of sports games, Madden 99, NFL Game Day 99, and 1080 snowboarding.
Oh, 1080 snowboarding. 1080. That's a good time.
Also,
The fact that there was 3 licensed NFL games like in the top 15 are insane.
yeah.
yeah. Also, I kind of love this. At the number 18 spot, Frogger.
Hey,
On what platform?
I don't know.
Game Boy. Fucking who knows?
Oh my God. Thank you, Alex. That's it for Game On Game Show, and that is it for episode 284 of Respawn Aim Fire. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We've mentioned a few times a couple of things you can do on patreon.com/Respawn Aim Fire. Usually you can vote on our BARF games. That's our backlog accomplishment with Respawn and Friends games for each month. That's what you want us to play from a classic franchise, something we haven't played before, et cetera, et cetera. For these last 2 months of the year, you voted for us to play Game of the Year contenders. So Adam and I are going to play Sifu. Alex is going to play Sonic Frontiers before we get into our final Game of the Year discussion. Speaking of, if you would like to be on this show with your face appearing on twitch.tv/affableidiots, as well as being heard in the ears of literally hundreds of people across the globe, you can do that. Let us know if you would like to be involved in our Game of the Year discussion. Adam, what's the best way for people to let us know that?
Huh?
What's the best way for people to let us know that they want to be involved in the GOTY episode? This is plural.
Just hit us up on Twitter at Respawn Aim Fire. Hit those DMs or reply to that pinned tweet, and then let us know you want to come on for Game of the Year stuff.
Cool. We'll be, the three of us, determining our schedule of like when those discussions will happen. We'll reach out to anyone who's reached out to us and said they're interested. We do have a schedule for our God of War Ragnarok spoiler chat. That is happening this Wednesday, November 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you would like to be involved in that, again, have your face on twitch.tv/affableidiots or in the ears of literally hundreds of people across the globe, let us know also on Twitter that you would like to be involved, and we'll have you over on 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, November 23rd. 23rd, thank you.
3 days from now.
I guess, yep, you're right. You're true, Kyle. You're true. And I think we did everything.
This fucking soup.
Alex, where can people find you eating more soup?
Somehow, unbelievably, Twitter is still around, which means that you can find me over there at Alex Kazina. That thing just keeps crawling along, and I'm happy for it because I actually quite like it as a platform. But yeah, you can find me there. You can also find me on Twitch over at twitch.tv/CozyBearLive, KOZIBEARLIVE.
Nice. Thanks again for being on our show as one of our RAF regulars, one of our solo singular RAF regular. That's it. Until next time, here's our usual sign off. Oh no, my computer is